lot of you do know me, but some, I see some faces that I haven't seen before, and that's really a good thing. Because one of the things, as I was campaigning for governor, somebody once said to me was, Jack, you realize this is the 14th time that we have met? And my comment was, well, there's the two things there. I said, one is, you can see how hard I'm working. Two is, I'm tired of seeing your face. So it's great. I can tell you, since I started this position late January, and I've been to just many, many events. I go to as many as I humanly possibly can make, and every event is like, it's packed. It's packed. And I will tell you, it bodes very well in the upcoming 2012 election. As a state GOP chairman, it's very important that we do a couple things. Number one, fundraising is a key thing that all state GOP chairmen have to do, because they have a staff to pay, we have overhead, we got regular bills. It's like running a business. It's not much different. But the other thing we have to do is make sure that we have the money to support all of our candidates. We have 3 more special elections coming up. We have 3 mayoral races. And folks, seriously, I mean seriously, this time out, we have got to elect a Republican governor. Yeah. It is critically important. When you look at what just happened, and I'll just use the right to work bill as a good example. You had a substantial majority of our House pass that bill, and a veto-proof majority of the Senate passed that bill and sent it up to this governor. And roughly 60 to 70% of the people in this state want the state to be a right-to-work state, and he vetoed the bill. So now we're faced with an override opportunity. We have to do it. It's been troublesome, it shouldn't be, but we're going to get it done. I trust that Bill O'Brien will make sure we get it done. And he's a man that needs some support from all of you. He has the stiffest spine of any man that I have met. He is the Governor Walker, if you will, of New Hampshire. That's who he is. So we got to get behind him. But the other thing is this. We need to expand our staff. We need to bring in some additional people, field people, IT people. I can't do it unless we have the revenue. I know you've been very generous in coming here tonight. So on your way out, please leave a check signed at the bottom. Leave it blank. And hand it to Ellen Christo. We would be very appreciative. Okay? But if you can help us out even before you leave, we really can use the help. Very, very important. The other thing is this. I met Mayor Giuliani. Oh, he was nice enough to come by and pay me a visit. Oh, I think it was about 5-6 weeks ago. You came to visit me at the HQ in Concord. We really hit it off right away. I've always wanted to meet him, hadn't met him before. And I wanted to tell him, if I ever had the opportunity to meet him, the following. And I got to do it. And that was this. What he did on September the 11th, 2001. Memory forever. And I know it's not a topic he probably likes to talk about very much, and God knows I can understand that. But we Americans understand that that was a day, and any of us that are in business or in other types of roles, management roles, you don't know what kind of leader you really are, really, until something like that happens. And when something like that happens, and you are thrown into the cauldron, and you do what this man did, you know you have a leader. There's no question about that. That is absolutely, positively a given with Mayor Giuliani. So, I met him, we had a luncheon a few weeks ago, and we had met another time before that at another luncheon, and he asked me, he says, hey look, I want to help you. Is there anything I can do for you? And I asked him, would you be willing to have a fundraiser? And they thought, within 2 hours, it was Wayne that called me. We want to do something for you. We don't have the date yet. Well, we will get back to you with that date. And true to his word, about a week, no more than a week later, called up and gave us this date. And that's the kind of man that we have sitting here. And I so appreciate it. Thank you very much. You know, I was really blessed to be a part of the gubernatorial campaign because I got to travel the state of New Hampshire extensively and meet so many thousands and thousands of new folks that got involved with the party. And certainly an equal number of people have been involved with this party as activists, Republican activists, for really decades. I mean, they've been in the trenches for years and years and years. And we all came together on November 2nd and did something quite astounding. To think that we would end that night with 298 of the 400 state reps. 19 of the 24 Senate seats, and all 5, count them, all 5 the executive council. This little state of ours, we get it. We get it here. And we represented 24% of the change-out from Democrat to Republican in this country. That's what we did that day. Yeah. So moving forward, we have a lot of work to do. Because the Democrats, we just hit a hornet's nest with a big stick. And they are not happy with us. And that's the only way I can describe it. They are mad hatters. And if you look at the newspapers, you're seeing they're writing letters to the editor. They're doing the op-eds. They have taken over almost every one of the papers. We need to match that. You've got to come out and help us with this. It's not a big deal. You can get up there. It's a big deal for us, but you've got to get out there and do some letters to the editor, do some op-eds. You can, all of you, I'm sure, can do a nice job with that and help us out. Help us out and make sure that we maintain these majorities and we do get the governor's seat back. And the last thing I want to say is this. We are at a crossroads in this country. This presidential election, in my view, is the most important, certainly in my lifetime, maybe in our history. And the reason why? Simple. We have a president who's an ideologue, who's made up his mind that the America that we have come to know and love is not the same one that he cares about. He wants to change it. And he's doing everything he can to turn this country upside down. Fiscally, foreign policy, our image in the world is terrible right now. This is the greatest country that God gave man. The United States of America. We're not giving it up, are we? No. We're not going to do that. No. And the fight of our lives is before us. We in New Hampshire, and I firmly believe this, are going to send forth, as our primary presidential winner, the next president of the United States. And I firmly believe that. So I ask you not to forget us at the state committee. We need your help. We need your help very, very much so that we can compete with the Democrats. They have 15 full-time staffers, and they're hiring more. We have 3. Now, I will be honest and say that that's pretty even as far as I'm concerned. If we just hired 2 more, we're ahead of them. But please remember us. We do need your help. And I thank you all for coming tonight. It's so critically important. And with that, I'd like to bring also Dan Philbrick up on the stage. But Dan, thank you for what you have done.